Hello to the viewers that are joining me. How are you all? Hi Diane, how are you? It's always a bit awkward this first bit. You're waiting for people to come and to say hello. Things get started a bit slowly. Hey Kim, how are you? I like your new hairdo. I saw it on Facebook. Hi Alicia, how are you? Okay, so we've got four people on up to now. Or I'm not too bad, thanks. Just try to deal with the heat. The weather wasn't the best this morning, was it? But now it's quite hot. I think my camera, I had it on the tripod last time, but now it doesn't look like I'm looking at you. Yeah, it is a bit muggy. Hi Anita, how are you? Are any of you working on any projects? At the minute, I'm working on a granny square. I'm just going to do a granny square bolero. Only for while I'm on here. I'm feeling a lot better, thank you. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I am a lot better. Hi, Kel. How are you, honey? So I kind of think I might put the camera back on my tripod because then it might look like I'm actually looking at you. Mystery blanket. Oh, sorry if you're getting all dizzy. I've not made. Sorry about this. Right, let's see if that's any better. Right, I think that's going to be a little bit better. Right, okay. I thought I hadn't seen it. Hi, Katrina. Yeah, I've not made a blanket for such a long time. I think I should do probably. Kelly's such a charmer. Oh, I'm okay, thank you. Bubble blanket. Oh my gosh. Gotta have some patience for that one. Love your yarn cubes. Oh, thank you. I got them on the sale at Argos. There was meant to be 99, they went down to 79. And I think like the day after I bought them, or a couple of days after, they went back up in price. So I'm quite happy with them. The boxes are pretty expensive though, so I've only got a few. Oh, thank you. I have started wearing makeup a bit more now. Don't know why. It's not like I'm hot stuff or anything, but I don't know. Just choosing not to be like an old grandma as much anymore, I guess. King size blanket. Oh wow. Yeah, it is the wrong time of year, really, isn't it? Yeah, I always blush, Kim. Oh, hi from Florida. A lap blanket. Everyone's making blankets. How are you coping? The weather's hot. But then I guess when you make it at Oh, Kel. No, you are going to make me blush. Yeah, I guess when you make a blanket in the winter, it's kind of too late because by the time it's made, it's going to be summer. I'm wishing it was winter already. Why? Yeah, that's true, Kim. There aren't enough. And I'll take all the compliments I can get. Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of this sparkly yarn because it is very, very sparkly. And I got it because it was cheap. I had someone order a scarf from me in December, and I never actually got around to meeting them to give it. So it's still in my cupboard somewhere. But she wanted black sparkly yarn, and it was all dead expensive. And I was a bit broke at the time, so I was trying to find the cheapest stuff. So I went on Mariner Yarns, and they had it for £1.50 full price, and it is so soft. It's really, really soft. Ignore my nails. I keep chipping them off with my teeth, and I know that I shouldn't, but I can't help it. Yeah, so it is really soft, but I don't know what I want to use it for because it is so sparkly. Oh, thank you. I like my new setup. I do. And I think I'm going to do a podcast using this setup. But it's not even been a year yet since I got my last camera, my Canon. So I don't want to retire it just yet. But I feel like the sound is much better on this. This is the Logitech 920. Yeah, I do love Mariner yarns. I do think though that the DK it's a bit thinner than what you usually get for DK. But then again, I'm finding that a lot of companies are going that way. They're kind of making it between a 3.25 to a 4 millimeter. So whether that's just the measurements are changing or hi Seham. Yeah, it's a webcam. I don't think I have the box anymore. My kids love to play with boxes, even webcam boxes. But what I do is I take a picture and put it on Instagram because I think you're on my Instagram anyway. But it was only, I think it was about £54. So I think it's really worth it for the price because I didn't expect it to be as good as this. My phone is so slow. I need to clear up some memory. But then I think, well, I want a new phone. With my birthday just being around the corner in July, I am hoping to save up by then to buy a new phone outright. Whether that happens or not, let's see. It's not really a good picture, but it's a pretty good camera. I'm happy with it. Where are we up to? Have you worked with? Yeah, that was just a nightmare. Yeah, I have. I don't know if I've still got some. It was from about 2 years ago. I did a big job lot yarn haul. And if you see it on the video, I think the brand was called Export. And it was cream and it looks so nice on the video and it looked so nice in the ball. But to knit up, it was rough and it had like, it seemed like glued glitter was just blobbed in places. So when you try and crochet, try and get it through the stitch, it kept on catching on the yarn it was trying to go through. So I gave it to my kids. I said, okay, you guys have it. You can play around with it when they were learning to crochet, which is a bit tight, and they couldn't do it, and they was getting so frustrated. So some of it I've given to the kids' school. They can glue it to paper plates or something. My webcam is garbage. I should try this one then. I'm really happy with it, and I am useless with technology. I'm really useless. But if I can use it, anyone can use it basically. Yeah, it was 100 balls for, it was just under £70 the price. And that was including postage. I think the postage was about £11. So yeah, for 100 balls, you can't argue for that price, and it was well worth trying. And I've made loads of stuff with the yarn from it, so I've definitely got my money's worth. Yeah, that is terrible. It was horrible, but it looks so beautiful in the ball. It's just when you knit it and you realise that it really did look like some kid had dropped loads of gold glitter, mixed with glue. Yeah, it was just a nightmare. And it wasn't as soft as expected. When you did try and crochet it, I mean, it wasn't that soft in the ball, but it was worse. Sorry, I've got notifications popping up. It was worse after you'd tried making something with it. Have you still got your shed, Kim? Stash them in your shed. See, I've got, don't know if you'll be able to see it. I've got that little side cupboard behind my cubes, and I've got all my wool in there. I've got an old wardrobe, the same as this one here, and the same as this one here. One of the doors have come off. So I definitely look like a council estate girl now. But that is full with yarn, and then I've got totes in front of it that's full with yarn. The top of this wardrobe's full with yarn. Those 4 big cubes, the grey ones, they're full of yarn. Don't think I need more, but I've ordered more. I ordered some from Ice today, some sock yarn, some Favourite Magic, and they've got new ombre cakes, and I've got some of the ombre cakes coming. And because I've been so good all year and I've not been buying yarn, whereas last year I was buying loads. So I switched over to BT, and because I switched over, they're sending me a MasterCard preloaded with £130 that I can spend anywhere. So I'm just gonna blow it on a nice haul. That was my tape measure falling down. Oh, Kim, you should see the cakes. They're fantastic. The ombre ones, because I don't like a lot of cakes. Like, I can't stand carrot cakes. They're so soft and they're beautiful to touch, but the colour change is just so instantaneous that there's hardly anything you can make with it unless you make shawls or blankets. You couldn't make a top out of it, really. Well, I guess you could, but for me personally, I don't like the rapid colour change. But with the ombre, it kind of chills itself out as it does it, and it's so nice. I like Premier Yarns too. They've got some nice sock wool. Hey Jan, did you get my text? I texted you saying that I was coming on. Because I never know whether my notification is going to be sent out or not, because me and YouTube are not really friends. Oh, thanks, Joe. How are you? How can you not go on ICE website for ages? I don't understand that. Even when I'm on a yarn ban, I have to go on, load up my cart, and it just gives me a little happy feeling inside. I ordered some sock wool, some favourite favourite magic, because that's my favourite magic. I love the favourite, it's just really soft. And some of the new ombre cakes. So I'm dead excited, and I think I'm gonna do a proper podcast when that comes. Because it's about time really, innit? It's been since I think it was at the end of January. Yeah, I like to control my colour changes, or at least if it's gradual, it still kind of looks like part of the stripe. Um, if what you're doing comes in stripes, it just, yeah, the straight colour change, it makes it look like you've just used scrap yarn and you're doing a scrap whatever. Ah, okay. Hi Shirley, how are you? I can't believe you just looked like right then and there. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think keyword is yet. If you haven't bought from Ice at some point in your life, then I don't know. There's something wrong. Oh, I've got my hook stuck to my scarf. Must not buy. See, I've been so good all year that I must buy yarn. It's been so long, really. Exactly, Jan. How can you not buy from Ice? Right, Anita, by the end of tonight, we've got to get you ready for shopping to Ice. Shopping at Ice is got to be done. It really does. Anyone who's not shopped at Ice, you have to go. Kelly's telling you. Well, Jan, you can blame Sue, and I'll blame you because you introduced me to Ice. So, yeah, if you're going to play the blame game, I'm blaming you. I've kind of run out of a lot of my ice. The ice that I do have now are I've got some sport weight ice baby cotton. It is. It's 50% cotton, 50% acrylic. Baby summer, that's the one. 50 cotton, 50 acrylic, and it's so soft. If you saw last year, I made like a purple t-shirt out of it, and it's just great. I want to make myself another one this year, but long sleeves so I don't have to wear a cardigan over it. Ah, so everyone's heard of it from Jan Rayler. And Jan's blaming someone else. Excuse me. Still not totally got rid of this cough. But it's not there all the time, it just pops up every now and then. Oh, Jan, you shouldn't have spoken up with that about Sue now. Now, I'm not really a tea drinker, but I did buy today from Tesco. It's from Pukka Tea. It's 3 cinnamon, so it's got Indian cinnamon, Indonesian cinnamon, and Vietnamese cinnamon, and it's not too bad. It's all right. Usually, the only tea that I drink is my friend does some nice tea with cinnamon bark and green cardamom in it, and then I have a sleepy tea at night time. Just normal clipper sleep easy tea, and that's good. But other than that, I'm coffee. I think everyone goes through them slumps, and I've just come out of a major one. Major slump. No knitting, no crocheting at all. I've not seen a three licorice. I do have I think it's pucker as well. It's the licorice and mint. And I love licorice. Like, give me blackjacks any day of the week, and I will eat the whole packet in front of you. But the licorice and mint one, I find it's so sharp on my tongue. But yeah, usually I love licorice. See, I'm mainly a coffee drinker. Black coffee, free sugar. How many ones? I love coffee. Oh, that was quick for it to arrive. Purple Linda must do fast service then, because that was pretty quick, Jan. Anita, I didn't think it'd be that quick that you got on there. Oh no, that's really good. That was really quick. I've just gone on ice after Christina left because we're splitting some of the wool because I wanted to get some sock wool, but I don't need 4 balls of sock wool that are the same. Yeah, it's just pretty ridiculous, and unless I put it up on eBay after to sell. But I thought, well, she knits socks, so we might as well, club in and find some sock wool that we both like and split it. So yeah, bye, Anita, you gotta do it. So yeah, after she left and after I picked the kids up, I went to from school. I went back on ice and I filled my cart up with £128 worth of wool. And I'm just waiting for that card to come now so I can get so much wool. I think there's like 39 balls of it all together, and some of the balls are 200-gram balls. So I'm pretty happy with that. Some of it's merino wool, some of it's cotton. Then there's loads of acrylic. Oh, you'll soon get a stash, Anita. You'll soon. If we've got anything to do with it, you're going to have a stash, my love. Not an enabler, much. You do get in touch with us and see if we want to put something on your order. And I did want to get some Carney and Arlos. Carney and Arl. Is that the one? It's the sock yarn people that do the Perfect by Regia. I wanted to get some of theirs because I saw that they had it on Purple Linda. But then I thought, no, I'm going to wait until after I've got my ice because I prefer to shop at ice if I can. Jan, you're not the queen of stash. You have no stash. What are you talking about? You got a bare roof. Oh, I would love a husband to enable me. Annie and Carlos, that's the one. Yeah, they're I'm quite liking their perfect wool, but I've never had any of theirs. Kelly, why didn't help Jan out of here? I do help her. She actually gave me some on Thursday when I went to see her. So I'm helping all I can at the minute. She did give me. I've been looking for pillboxes. You know those like you can get the weekly ones where you put your Monday pills in one slot, Tuesday pills in another slot for my buttons, because all my buttons were just in a big freezer bag. And she popped this out and she goes, "Do you want this? I'm not going to use it." So I'm like, yeah, do you know how perfect that is? So now I've got all my buttons in there. I had the kids sorting them out. There's got to be like almost 1,000 buttons in here. So last night, pretty heavy. Last night I had the boys sorting out all the different colours and kept them quiet for about an hour. And they finished. I was like, oh, look at the time. It's bedtime now. But yeah, thanks, Jan, because that was the most perfect timing ever. Hi, Lina. Don't want a husband, just the guy who would buy me. Yeah, I won't mind that. Yeah, it's the same with my house, Jan. If you visit me, you leave with something too. And it's not like I plan to do that. I don't know, think of something like, oh, do you want this? Take it. If I like something and I'm not madly in love with it, I'm like, okay, take it. It's fine. Yeah, they did love doing that. It kept them so quiet. And I loved the quiet. I thought the quiet was awesome. So yeah, now I think I need to go back to Abercan because they do the big bags of mixed buttons and they only do for like £1.50 and it's quite a big bag. You get a few hundred buttons in it. So yeah, probably in the next holidays I'll buy that and get the kids to sort it out when they're stressing me out way too much. They have been pestering me to take buttons into school. They're doing some sort of display. So they need buttons and stones collected and feathers, hay, anything you can think of really, just for the display. And when they were sorting out my buttons, they're like, Mum, can we take these buttons to school? No. No. Don't take my stuff to school, boys. You'll be in big trouble. Big, big trouble. Okay, I will do. I was going to go tomorrow because I'm in town anyway for a knit group. There's a knit group in Waterstones in town. And it's the first time I'm going, but I'm getting a lift up there, so I won't be able to go in the morning. And afterwards, I've got to quickly rush back to pick the kids up because my lovely friend, is minding them for me. So I get a bit of a break. I feel like lady of leisure when I get a break from the kids because it's not often, I tell you that. Alicia, I would love a first craft room. Never mind getting into a second one. Give me a first one. I've got a storage cupboard in my bedroom. Yeah, I have heard that they're doing it in that on Saturdays. And this one I'm going to is 10 till 1:30. So my friend's picking me up at 9:30. But it's just whenever I can go there, and I don't want to go on my own. She was going to this anyway, so she told me about it and said, "Do you want to come?" But I wouldn't go if I was on my own. I'd be a bit too embarrassed. Because, like I said last time, I get nervous making these videos still, and I've had this channel for over 2 years. There's no way I could walk into a group setting on my own. Oh, thanks for coming, Kim. Good night, honey. Yeah, Jan, are you going live tomorrow? Because I'm kind of getting used to your Saturdays now. It was like when Shan used to do Saturdays, got so used to it. Oh, I'm working on just a granny square at the minute, but it's gonna be a granny bolero. But I'm only gonna really work on it when I'm on here because I don't want to think about everything. And like just now, I just put it down and play with the wool in my finger. But oh well, I feel good knowing that I've got a piece of craft work in my hand. What are you working on, Yasmin? Do you know what? I tried doing that as well, and I even Google searched it about an encoder, and they said download. Let me check what it is that I downloaded. OBS Suite. So I downloaded that and I did what they say to set up the stream. I copy and pasted the stream link or whatever it's called. Copied and pasted that into the thing. Click select and I'm like, oh, it's gonna work. I'm gonna have an encoder. I was dead excited and I was like, please check your connection. Like, what? My internet's working on every single device. Please check your connection. And it's a big red failed. I'm like, okay. It happened about 6 times. I'm like, you know what? I'm just a failure. I'm just going to leave it and I'm just going to click the camera button to do my live video. And I don't think I'm going to try again now because it's stressing me out. I like knowing how to do something. I don't really care about learning all loads of techie stuff because I'm not really a techie person. But I just want to know how to do the stuff for my channel. Just the basics, just the stuff that I need to know. No more than that, just the need to know stuff. And I can't even do that. So I've kind of got no hope really, have I? Better just give up. At least YouTube put a thing in for us laymen's who can't work it out. Did any of you get a notification? Because I did click on the live thing and I did set up the time and that, so one should have gone through, but then just come on a different page to go live. Or you might have to send me the link, Jan, to see if it works for me. Gigi's molting. It's that time of year though. Rascal, his hair's going everywhere. We've had Jamal's been having sweaty hands, so when he strokes him now, moves his hand away, loads of fur is just stuck to the palm of his hand. It's pretty funny. I think that's time of year though, because they'll start losing their winter fur, don't they? Also, I've been told this is the first pet I've ever had. So, oh, that's good. You got a notification. Oh, it's a countdown. Oh, you just learned how to crochet. Oh, I kind of miss that. I miss the new excitement of when you first learn how to do something and everything is new. And yeah, it's just exciting. Exciting. I need to learn something new. I think for those days where you've just got a block, you just don't want to knit or crochet. I think I should learn something new. Hairy velvet jacket. So can I start calling you cousin it then, Jan? Do you remember that off Adam's Family? Ooh, Glasgow. Do you live up that way? Up near Glasgow? I really want to go to the Edinburgh Yarn Festival. But that will be a few years to go yet, I think, until I can make it. Ah, cool. Do you have lots of events up your end then? In Scotland. Excuse my accent because I'm just rubbish with accents. Oh, that's really good then, only 40 minutes. Hi from Toadstool Castle. How are you? That's pretty cool. Toadstool Castle. I like that. Oh, that's really good then. Because I've heard of Edinburgh Yarn Festival, and I did hear that there was more, but I've not heard the names of them, so I kind of wasn't too sure. But as soon as the boys are older, I want to start going to festivals. I think I need to. And when they're even older, they can pay for it. Like, it's my birthday in 6 months. Why don't you get me this one? And then hopefully they'll forget that they've already got me something. Ooh. Excuse my yawning. I've been yawning all day. It doesn't help that I feel like the heating's on even though it's not. I think this chair, it must have a heat pad or something inside it, because it's got a middle panel. I don't know if you can see it. It's got a middle panel where it's not leather, it's kind of mesh, and then really cushioned inside. So I don't know if there's something for heating in there. Aberdeen is next week. There's one in Dingwall, then Perth, then Loch Ness Festival. Oh, okay. Okie dokie. Loch Ness Knit Festival. I like that. Remember, you used to get told about the Loch Ness Monster and see the pictures, and I was always so fascinated. It's like I love watching the documentaries now about Bigfoot. And even though I don't really believe he exists, I still kind of like the possibility that something like that could exist, because we're discovering new species and new creatures all the time. So that'd be pretty cool. I kind of love things like that, like stories of leprechauns and fairies, and yeah. I think most of the time I'm in my own little fairyland, cuckoo land. Oh, did I? Oh, thank you. Oh, that's really nice. I'm glad I inspired someone to do something. Yeah, I like crochet. Crochet is my first love. It really is. I feel like knitting's a bit more versatile for what I wear, but to actually craft, I like crochet. Oh, good afternoon to you. How are you, May? You always have the nicest messages. Machine knitting, it looks so hard. I know people say it's easy because it's quick, but to me it looks hard. Oh, I'm glad you're well. Yeah, kind of. Like when I've been to Jan's house and I see her knitting machine, and it's so long, and it looks scary. It looks like it's gonna just eat me or something. Um, but I am always scared of what I don't know. But I remember the first time they started doing an app for the first bus, the bus service, and you can buy tickets online and just flash the app to your driver, and it's got the ticket on your phone. And the first time I did it, I was so nervous. I almost bought a ticket from the bus driver, even though I'd already bought one on the app, because I was just so scared. I think you'll pick it up straight again, Jan, straight away. See, you have me at punch cards. Like punch cards on a knitting machine, I'm like, huh? Because to me, punch cards are like the old fashioned, you know, when you go into a job and you ting ting, your work punch card. Yeah, that sounds scary to me. Scary piece of machinery. But I think if I had one and I knew how to use it, I think I would make all the kids' jumpers using one because I'm a bit selfish. I only like making stuff that I can wear. Yeah, I think where I'm going tomorrow, I think that's run by a guild, that knit and crochet group. So I'll see if they've got any information. Because it would be nice to just learn how to do it. Or even just have a go once so I understand it. So when you talk about punch cards and turning whichever knobs and stuff, it just doesn't sound so foreign. But I do remember when you tested my cow using the knitting machine, and I thought that was so clever. I was dead impressed. Still feels like I've got the heating on. Oh, if you want to do a YouTube video, still do one. Doesn't matter how many out there are. Because you might explain it in a way for someone that they've not been able to understand from someone else, but they might be able to understand the way you word something or the way you illustrate it. Because I have found that myself when I want to learn a new technique and I'm just not getting the book, I just don't get it. I have to, it's something that I need to be visual and I have to see it. I can watch some videos and it's just like they're talking a load of nonsense. And then I watch someone else's video and it just clicks straight away. So yeah, if you want to make videos, go for it. Do you have a telephone voice? I think I'm one of the only people that don't have a telephone voice. Let's see. I'll answer the phone. I'm like, hello? Is Kelly there? Who is it? Yeah, I feel daft if I do a telephone voice. I don't know. I'd probably drop it after two sentences anyway, without realizing. So is your accent really thick then? Oh dear, please excuse me today. I think my voice sounds masculine. Oh, I always think, um, you know, when you hear your voice recorded, or you know, you listen to your own answer message on your phone. I always think that I sound like a child. Don't know why, but other people do as well. Phoned up for a job once. Um, I was only 18, but I was so naive, and it was in this sauna place. Um, so I phoned up for a job, and then they said, "How old are you?" So I said, 18. It's like, "You sound about 13, go put your parent on." And I was 18, they wouldn't even give me an interview or anything. But then I was glad that they didn't, because 2 weeks later it was arrested for a load of sex stuff. That we had sex workers working in there and stuff. So I'm really glad I didn't get the job. I think it was fate. Yeah, you should be proud of your accent. I'm proud of mine. I sound like common scholar, but I don't know. Yeah, me and a song. I had nowhere to go for anything at the time. Like, I'd have gone in my shorts and t-shirt or whatever, but yeah, it was just dead funny that about 2 weeks later it got raided and a lot of Chinese sex workers were taken out and a lot of people arrested. And then I was like, oh, thank God for that. Oof. Don't know what you can get yourself mixed up in. And since then, if people say sauna to me, even if it's in a gym, I'm like, no, not going in the sauna. Hi from Little Neve, Little Knit Eve Crocheting. I wonder if excuse me? You're having a laugh, didn't you? Didn't do that for my partner. I'm not doing it for this place. Um, no, I've not been on any virtual knit nights. I kind of wouldn't know where to find them. I mean, I've not Googled any. But I mean, where do you find stuff like that unless it's word of mouth? And no one invites me. No, I don't think I'd have been able to anyway until I got this camera set up. I did do live hangouts with some other ladies on Hangouts, but my camera was rubbish. I would speak, and then about 5 or 10 seconds later, my mouth would be moving. It was really bad. Facebook, International Virtual Knit Night. I'll have to write that down because I will not remember it. Facebook again, eh? I hate Facebook. Right. International Virtual Knit Night. Oh, the Crochet Circle does one. Oh, I didn't know you can do it on Insta. Yeah, that's the thing. If they are in the US, then yeah, I'm probably not going to be able to make them because I get up so early with the boys. Well, I'm lying. I don't get up early with the boys. They wake up early, and then I'm like, go play because I'm not getting out of bed yet. But I'm awake from 5. Our Greek time. Okay, so that's much better then. Right. Greek time plus 2 hours. Ah. Yeah, I might try that then. Virtual knit night would be good. Have some more friends to hang out with. I've heard a lot about Zoom, but I don't know anything about it. I think though, what's she called? She does videos. I can't remember her name. She does crocheting and knitting. But she posts on Instagram all the time, Zoom, and then she posts some kind of number underneath. 4. Wow, I thought my kids were bad. Wow. No, Jan, your Instagram does not like you at all. I picked up your tablet and I thought, okay, I'll be able to get it done. I like Instagram. It'll work for me. No. Oh, that's really good then. Oh, it's nice how they could do it a pre-run. That's so user friendly. Oh, I like that. I think I'm definitely going to give that a go because I'm the type of person I would need hand holding. Well, I like the idea of that. I think it'd be nice sometimes when you just sat here and you've not really got anyone to talk to. You're there crocheting away or knitting away, and just like, bleh. Oh, I look forward to seeing you on there. Um, yeah, it'd just be nice to do something like that at the same time. I mean, the amount of times this week I thought, should I just do a live video just so I've got someone to hang out with? It's pretty sad, that isn't it? And I felt like that last night as well. So I did something that I said that I wouldn't do last week. And I joined a dating site. This is how bored I was last night with no one to talk to. Sunday it's open all day. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, I'm just doing a big granny square because I'm gonna do a granny stitch bolero. That's a very sparkly yarn from Marina Yarns. Yeah, crochet and knit are more my thing. So much definitely prefer that in my life and get rid of the boredom. On Plenty of Fish, you know what? I've heard some really bad things about that site as well. I knew some people are on Plenty of Fish and it's like, oh, all these people want is sex and all these people want is that, and they'll act like they want to get to know you in their profiles like, oh, I want to meet someone for a serious, steady relationship, and it doesn't turn out that they want that at all. So by all accounts, well done you for finding someone that wasn't. And for being brave enough to go on there. I mean that takes a lot to go on a dating site and really want to meet someone. I split up with my partner, with the kids' dad, almost 5 years ago. It's like 4 and 3/4 years ago. Since we, big time kind of, I don't know, broke up and never started seeing him and never came round or whatever. And then, so it's taken me all this time to get the guts up to do something. Oh, that's really good. How do you start a granny square? I do a magic circle to start my granny square because a lot of people do the chain 4 and then slip stitch into the first chain to make your circle and then just crochet in the circle. But I don't like that because you just it leaves a hole in the middle and I don't like the hole in the middle. So you do magic circle, you can pull the thing and then your hole goes. That's the thing though, like when you're on a dating site, if you're talking to someone like, oh, what's your hobbies? What do you like? Um, tell me a bit about yourself. And then you go through all that and it's not even speaking, it's typing, or especially if it's on your phone and it's just fiddly and then you realise that they're just worthless for you. They might be good for someone else, but they're worthless for you. And then you've got to go through all that again with someone else. It's just like, why? Hi, Jackson from Indonesia. I'm crocheting. I'm making a granny square bolero. What are you doing? Or I will do. Thanks for hanging out on here. Okay, bye, darling. 6 stitches in the middle. I learned off the videos, YouTube videos. When my mum was teaching me to crochet, she was teaching me using the granny stitch, and she said do 4 chains, but I didn't end up learning from her because she was speaking English crochet language, but the book that she put in front of me for visual effects was US. So when she's saying do a treble crochet, the book's saying do a double crochet, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? Just give me 1 stitch and I will learn that 1 stitch. And then I ended up just sacking that off. I did a bit of a granny square at my mum's, but then I ended up just sacking that off and learning from YouTube. So I ended up learning US anyway because a lot of YouTube is US. But I do prefer now to use UK terminology because I feel so sad that it's dying out. So I kind of want to keep it alive a bit. It is a hard role, but I'm not too devastated that I'm not with a partner. Just sometimes, like when the kids are in bed and you're just doing your own thing, you just wish that someone else was there for a conversation, or someone else was there to go do the school run with you, or I don't know, someone was there to just keep an eye on the kids while you can have just a really long soak in the bath with your Radox bubble bath and you just want to take a candle in there, lie there for an hour. But when you're on your own with the kids, you can't spend that much time doing nothing because then they get up to a lot. Oh, Tracy, you silly Billy. No, I don't know how to speak Indonesian. I only know how to speak English, and I'm not even fluent at that because I still muck up my own language. I'm okay, thank you, Tracer. So yeah, that's my learning how to crochet story. Yes, I've heard of Indonesia. I've heard it's a very nice place actually. Thanks, Donna. I'll chat with you guys. Yeah, sometimes I just want to think, okay, I'm just gonna record a video. Then I think, well, no, because then I've got to put some proper clothes on and I'm in my pajamas already and I get so lazy. When I'm in my pajamas, that's it. I am done. No, I didn't finish what I was making last week. I finished the body. I'll show you, it's only on my bed. So I got bored with just doing stocking net. So that's the top. And then the bottom, I did like, your bankhead hat pattern and then the ribbon. And I've just started on that sleeve. So I'm hoping for next week it's going to be finished. Oh, thank you. I know, I don't ever thought of being on a video in my pajamas. I mean, if my bottoms were pajamas, that's fine, but the top, I don't know, I guess I'd feel really lazy. Or did you wake him up, Jan? If you can tell there in what time. Oh, I'm in Manchester in the UK, and the time is 10 o'clock dead on, if that's what you was asking. Oh, I like seeing Gigi in your videos. I get kind of gutted when he's not at the house when I visit. Don't have him searching through my bags to see if I've got treats. I've not done the butterfly shop. I've just seen as well, someone put a picture up on Instagram of, is it meandering paws blanket, crochet blanket? And I thought that was nice. And I don't think I'd do it in a blanket. I think I'd do it in a scarf. Just a normal winter scarf that you can wrap round. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, so I think I'd just do it in a scarf because I did so many blankets when I learned how to crochet that I'm kind of still over them. A few years later, and I'm still over them. So, yeah. But my kids want a blanket. I keep starting blankets, but then I can't finish them. And now I've just pulled out a load of stitches. More blankets, even though I didn't make it. I don't think you need to make many though. I mean, it's a lot of work on one project. And I know that when you make tops, when you're a size like me, making one top is like making a blanket. But still, you're working on different pieces and the structure's different, so it seems different. Or in my head, it does anyway. Am I doing this right? Yeah. All the sparkles making my eyes go fuzzy. Can't even tell if I'm doing a granny square right. Sophie's Universe. I've seen that's the one that Kim Blue Cherub makes. She's made a few of, isn't it? I love that. I really do love that blanket. But I don't know what I'd do with it. I do keep wanting to make it. But it's round, isn't it? Is that the round one that she does? And I don't know what I'd do with a round blanket. Unless I had a round bed, I don't think I'd ever be able to cope with a round blanket. Yeah, I think a lot of your customers as well are large ladies, aren't they, Jan? But it's like me, when I make stuff for my shop, I don't make things for the slimmer people. I make things for people my size or bigger. Because at least I know that if I don't sell it, I can wear it. And that's why I only ever like making things that I like with the wool that I like. Because then I can wear it. Otherwise, it's not a total waste if it doesn't sell, and I don't have to just take it to the charity shop. I can keep it for me. As bad as that sounds, but I give money to charity. And sometimes I make shawls and things for the old age home that's on my street. But other than that, I'd prefer to just give money and then make the things that I want to make for me. Yeah, I feel like that. And you get a lot of these star-shaped baby blankets. Right, I've skipped a load of thingies there. Where am I up to? I did that towards the end, Tracy. Towards the end of my making blanket phase. I'd just use like 3 or 4 balls of DK and just make super chunky blankets just to get rid of it. Because I'd spent like maybe £150 on market bags of unbranded wool. In a bag of unbranded wool, you can get it for like £6, and you get a kilo at least in there. So I bought loads of it. Unicorns. Hats off to anyone who does amigurumi. Frustrates me no end. I think though, 'cause I'm such a loose crocheter, I'm a bit better now, not as loose as I was, but I still could never get the tension right for amigurumi. And plus it's fiddler, too much sewing. I'm not a sewing kind of person. Right, I don't know where I'm up to now. All starts in around and ends as a square. I might give it a go then. One day. Maybe in the next 5 years or so. Because I do really like it. It is the blanket pattern I keep going to look at. Yeah, I think I'd give up crochet if I had to do amigurumis. I'd just stick with knitting. And if I had to do it with that, I'd just go to cross stitch. Because I just can't handle it. So that's another thing, using 2mm needles. I use a bigger size than that for my socks. I use a 2.25 for my socks. I could not go any lower than that. Oh yeah, the wool shop that I went to, Abercarn, I do like that shop. But I've not been in it yet. When I was in there, I couldn't film a lot of another section because there were some ladies there dismantling everything because they were doing refurbishment. But the refurbishment's finished now, and I've just not been in there since. So I am hoping to go soon. I think on the 8th, actually, I've got to go into town for an appointment. So I think I'll probably nip in then. And I might do a video, but I'm not going to talk in it because I feel so embarrassed when I'm out in public talking. So the last one that I did, and someone goes, "Are you making a YouTube video?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Thinking, can they ground swallow me up now, please? I find it so embarrassing. Oh my gosh. 1.5. Okay, Katrina, thanks for joining us. 1.5. No. How did you not rip your hair out? How? I would have, never mind ripped my scarf out, I'd have ripped my hair out. I'd have gone bald. Have a good night, Katrina. Yeah, I could not do that. I would not have the patience for that at all. I can hear my son hiccuping in the other room. Every so often I hear so cute. But the question is, Linny, would you ever do another one? Oh, Jan, Your message is held for review, it says. I don't know why I had to like click OK for your message to come through then, Jan. It's not like it's got anything naughty in it. Maybe because you mentioned balls. I don't know. Oh, thank you. I like it too. Got it in the sale for £79.99, and a message or two, a day or two after, it went back up to full price, back up to 100. So I was glad that I got it when I did. I know YouTube thinks Shan's being naughty. Messages are being held for review. Should I kick her out? Naughty Jan. Put you in the corner till next time. Yeah, my room is a mess. Everything just gets dumped on my bed until I deal with it, and I deal with it usually just before I'm about to climb into it. And then usually I'm too tired to actually deal with it, so I shove it all on my computer chair, and then the same cycle repeats itself. Hello from planet Neptune. I'm from Venus. No, I've not been in the mood either. I tried to do a bit today, and then I just thought, you know what, I don't want to do this. I just don't want to tidy up. Wash the pots, I wiped down the surfaces, I thought, you know what, job's a good one. I know, Jan, I'm blaming you. You're the magnet. Right, how do I get rid of this? Okay. Right, where's this one? Right. How do you dish out spanners? How do you do that? Right, let me see. Add moderator, is that the one? Have you got a spanner, Jan? Right. Yep, got a spanner. Awesome. And you've come up all blue. Learn something new every day. Oh, the spanner means that if any trolls come, feel free to get rid of them. Like Jan's doing. It just gives you a bit of control over who says what. Because I find it hard to see. When I was looking then and I was clicking it, I was like, okay. I nearly like kicked someone off instead of gave them the spanner, and yeah. So yeah, you're like my managing director or something. All right, see, I think I blocked someone's message instead of booting them out. Are you being the weirdo magnet again, Jan? My last video, I didn't have a single troll. Bearing in mind, I was only on for an hour, but I think it's pretty cool. I feel like I'm a proper live stream YouTuber now because I've given out spanners. I think I am a spanner. Yeah, they do love you. Shan used to get them a lot as well, didn't she? Oh, you feel free to give it a go, all you like, Tracer. I used to love it when I used to be on Jan's ones. I was there at the ready with a mouse. Like, come on, let me have them. I'm just glad I figured out how to do it though. How to give people spanners. Oh, my tummy again. Yesterday, all day, my tummy was just rumbling. It was so loud. I've been doing it again today. But I'm not even hungry. And if I get peckish, I have Tesco's Alton Raisin cookies. And I have my favourite all time, Beanie's World. I just got it though. Tesco didn't have the new box for the royal wedding. The new box is Union Jack. And instead of being called Beanie's World, they're called Wedding Worlds. So yeah. I like my little treats. I don't think I had any tea tonight. I did have a nice breakfast though. I had fried egg, mixed salad leaves. So it had like your baby spinach, kale, your rocket, and I had chopped avocado. It was so nice. I don't understand when they say negative stuff. I feel like they're just bored kids. They're just sat at home, probably bored of giving themselves happy times in the mother's basement or something. I don't know. They're just nuisances. I agree with you. They should crochet on it. Get their heads out of the computer screen all the time. Have something else to focus on. That's the way it is though nowadays. It's get a lot of that, with cyberbullying, because people don't think it's actual bullying, the ones who do it. Because, and I can understand the point of view kind of, because when you're speaking to someone online, you don't really feel like you're speaking to them. You're having the conversation, but still some part of it doesn't feel real, even though it is what you're saying, what you can do can hurt someone on the other side, on the other end. But yeah, it doesn't feel completely real. Like I'm chatting to you guys and but it still doesn't feel like it's real. It's not like you just sat in the same room. I don't know. It is and it should be an arrestable offence. It's yeah, I think it's actually worse than bullying someone in the same room as you, because you don't see the effect that it has, so you don't know when to draw the line. If you're just being nasty and then you cross the line into something more, you can't see that line because you can't see the other person. So I think it can become so much worse than standard bullying. Yeah. But until recently, they've not had the same emotional support after either. Like if someone says to you, "Oh, they sent me nasty messages. They're calling me this, that, and the other. They say they're going to kill me, whatever." You just like get over it. It's a message. But I think nowadays, very, very recently, they're starting to bring a lot of awareness into it, which is good. Because if anyone's ever bullied my kids, I would real life bully them and the parents too. They would definitely have me banging on their door. You do, John, and then the poor kids they actually go out and do it. How many kids have killed themselves recently over cyberbullying? It's so sad. I can hear the bed creaking next door, and I keep thinking, is someone going to get up or not? Hi Zoe, how are you? How was your holiday? And are you still jet lagged? I don't know how you do it, all that long travels. I've never had jet lag and I never want to. I think if my kids were being bullied, cyberbullied or otherwise, I wouldn't care about getting knifed going to one of the parents' houses. They would have me at their door quicker than they can blink. And I'd probably like rampage myself through the house if they didn't answer the door. I'd probably knock the door down. I want my boys to always be able to come to me with stuff like that. But coffee helps a lot, doesn't it? I think any time that I'm awake is not my thing, Jan. I just love to be asleep. Wake up and I'm like, again, time to start this routine over again. And what happened after you went in and said your piece? Did they stop? The worst thing for me would be if my kids was doing bullying. I would hate that so much. Be so devastated. Hi Jill, how are you? No, Zoe, I wouldn't either. Especially when it comes to someone like your babies. Oh, I'm good, thank you. Bit tired, but I always am at this time of night. And you'll have to excuse me as well because I cannot stop yawning today. Oh, it sounds like the child's probably that way to her as well. You see that a lot at school. The kids are just so rude and sometimes even nasty to the parents. I just think, if that was my child, I would pull his pants down and smack his backside right there in front of everyone. Like some of the kids, they're playing nasty, whether it's to the parents or not. But oh well, that's just me. See, I couldn't stand there and not do anything. I would get so angry. But then as well, it's not the same when you deal with it at home. You have to deal with situations there and then. Because I think if I was out with my boys and they started acting that way with me, kicking me and all sorts, if I didn't deal with it there and then and just waited till we was at home, that's telling them that they can do whatever they want when they're out of the house rather than waiting until they get in. I think a certain amount of discipline needs to be applied. Otherwise, the kids are going to end up with ASBOs if they've got no structure, no discipline. And I'm not saying go beat them up all the time, but sometimes kids do need a smack backside now and then. But not all the time. It'd have no effect anyway. They'd just get used to it. But they do need to learn lessons. Like if your child steals something from you, take something away from them. There's certain punishments that can go with certain behavior. That's what I think anyway. And I try to discipline my kids that way. Sometimes it doesn't work. I just have to get them out of my sight because on them days where they're both just pulling tantrums and kicking and biting, and I just want to pack my bags and walk out the house and just leave them there for a bit. But times like that, I just send them to bed and not deal with them at all. Yeah, I would tell my friends' kids off if they did that. But I also think as well, especially if it's in your own house, like when I've got my friends' kids, whenever they're doing something naughty, if my kids get a certain punishment that if they hit, they go upstairs for 10 minutes, sit in the bedroom. And if my friends' kids are there and they do that, they go sit upstairs in the kids' bedroom for 10 minutes too. I don't feel like it should be one rule for one and another for another because then there's never going to be balance that way either. Plus, if someone tells them as well who's not family, it's a bit more of a shock to the system. Yeah, don't shout constantly either. There's a certain point where kids will get used to it and it just won't phase them anymore. And then what do? You go to the next extreme and it's a cycle. Okay, bye, Anita. You go order your eye shine, yeah? Make sure you do it. I want to hear that you've done it. See, my kids try to hit me sometimes. Usman tried to hit me today. He's been feeling poorly all day. He fell over this morning. I think he had a bit of concussion. He had a headache, and he was just so clingy. So he just had a chill out day. Gave him some Calpol, and he was right as rain after a bit. But then he started getting nasty. Like I tell him no, he couldn't have something, and he'd raise his hand to hit me. And I was like, "You really gonna do that? Really? Come on then." He's like, "No," just walked off. Just thought it was the funniest thing ever. No, it's good to see you again. Yeah, that's right. Especially when it comes to safety. I mean, that's on your shoulders. If you had an accident, the kid wasn't wearing a seatbelt, that's on your shoulders. Yeah, get rid of that headache. I have migraines quite often. I know for a fact they are not nice. Good for you telling her not to bring him again. Yeah. Can hear all the weirdos outside again. I live on a main road, So we do get a lot of weirdos at night time shouting and teenagers getting all giddy. You know that they've had a drink, especially on a Friday night. They have had a drink. Well, it's weird though, because when they're not out there and they're not messing about, I can't really get to sleep because it's not the same background noise. I need that same background noise. So if I moved house now, it would probably have to be on a main road or very close to a main road. Because if I didn't have that noise, it'd probably drive me around the bend. Yeah, I've been taking my antihistamines too. Wake up with tears running down my face, my nose stinging. It's just the cold that won't start up properly or it won't go away, isn't it? It's strange how you get used to that sound, isn't it, Donna? I mean, even the cars going past, I sometimes think it's so nice. And I don't know why. I just probably just used to it. It's getting bigger. I can't bother working on it now though. And I don't know what I want to do. Yeah, we have planes too. I'm only a couple of miles away from Manchester Airport. So we get the planes over. But mainly for us though, it's helicopters. We have a lot of police helicopters going over because, well, it's Manchester, innit? Oh, I'm not used to this chair yet. I got it because it's a gaming chair, so I thought it's going to be so comfortable. It's there for the people who are sat on the backside for so many hours on an end. But I just find it so uncomfortable. I feel like the silence would be torture for me. And it's weird because I love quiet. Um, I don't like people speaking too loud. I don't like loads of conversation around me. I don't like any of that. I love quiet. Like this is quiet now, but the background noises, I still have to have them. Oh my gosh, if someone put ice cream over my wool, whether it's one ball or multiple, I'd want to cry. Is mum got angry with you? Blimey. If my kid had done that, that's it. He'd be in bed for a week. The only time he left the house would be to go to school. No playing out in the garden, no nothing. Wow, that's so rude. But you know what? You find a lot of parents are like that nowadays. They just don't want to tell the kids off. And whether it's because they're scared that they'll be grassed up or something, because the law's getting ridiculous now when it comes to how to discipline your kids. It's like the government know better than you or know your kids better than you, and they don't. But they're quick to punish them with ASBOs or whatever when they're older. But yeah, my boys did that. They'd be in the biggest trouble ever. They'll probably be crying till next week. That's how much trouble they'll be in. Wow, yeah, so I bet you get a lot of planes then, Alicia. It has been scary though. In my teaching assistant course, we was learning about abuse, different types of abuse, and how it's handled within the schools. And if your kid goes to school with, say, a dirty jumper, they can mark it in a book and put it in a file against you. If so many build up, then they call social services out for neglect because it's classed as neglect. And I was saying to my teacher, well, a lot of times my kids go to school with dirty stuff on, and it's not like dirty as if I never wash it. It's dirty as if um I don't know, they've just wiped the breakfast all over it, even though I told them not to put the uniform on yet. Sometimes it's not worth the arguments, you're just like, oh, shove it on them, we need to go. Um, or even sometimes because Jamal keeps losing his jumpers in school and they're £8 each. So I'll just get a cloth and I'll wipe down his jumper. But then sometimes when it dries, you still see a bit of a mark. And I was telling my teacher that, and she's like, yeah, but your teachers are going to know you. Then they're going to know that you're not a tramp, and they're going to know that you're not neglecting him. But still, the little things that they notice, like if your kid's got a bruise that's not on his knee or his elbows, where kids naturally fall, that gets marked in a book. And when we were going through it, I was like, I must be such a bad mom. Because even if Jamal used to have a lot of bruises because he's so white like me, and he used to, whenever he had tantrums in the shops, I'd have to grip him hard, and he'd always have my fingertips in his hands, like there, where I was just like holding him to stop him struggling. And because he'd struggle that much, he used to want to bang his head on the floor or in walls, just keep banging his head, or he'd flail about that he would whack into shelves. So you had to pin his arms. And it just made me remember all that during my course. Like, I must have looked like I proper abused him because he just bruised so easy. He's so fair skinned, he just bruised so easy. And it kind of just, you get this little pang, it makes you worry. It's like, was I doing the wrong thing? I don't know. It's a bit scary what goes on behind the scenes that you don't know about. They don't have to tell you that they're marking all this down in a book against you. But I think the law's changing now where you can ask the school to show you everything that they've got on you and your son. So that's good. Yeah, Jamal does that a lot as well. He'll see someone playing football on the street on the way to school, and he'll go over and have a kickabout with them. They might be 15 or 16, but they'll still let him have a kickabout. The amount of times he's gone in with the circle patch on his chest where the ball's hit him or something. And I'm very quick to explain it because I know that they do this. I'm like, oh, you wouldn't believe what happened this morning. um, But I did get pulled to the side today by Jamal's teacher. She said that he's been very clumsy today. He's fallen over at least 3 times and hurt himself. He's got so many grazes all over himself. And she said it's through playing football. She said he's just been so clumsy today. I'm like, okay, remember that next time he comes in school. Oh, Usman used to get nosebleeds a lot. Never found out why. And they've stopped now. I think he's had one this year, that's it. But that must have been a pain, mustn't it? See, I keep a spare uniform in Jamal's PE bag. He has PE one day a week, and I leave his PE bag at the school. And I have a spare uniform in it because I know how messy he is. So like the other week, he had to come home in his PE trackies instead of his grey uniform pants because someone had thrown water all over him, and the teacher didn't want him sat there wet, obviously. It wasn't that warm of a day either where it just dry. Yeah. So Jamal always, well, not always, but regularly has to have his clothes changed because he's so mucky. And I'm going to knit to Lou. So talk amongst yourselves, please. Boy, did I need that. You want snacks? Oatmeal raisin cookies and Beanie's Wells. No coffee. If I can put it through the screen, I'd share. I've never had these ones before. I've had the ones from Subway, and they're really nice, but I've not had these ones. Yeah, Pizzala, we did get them together. They're actually quite nice. They taste like they've got cinnamon in them. Oh, I wonder who told me about Subway cookies. You did. And you'll have to take me there for some again someday. They're really nice. I've not had them before. I did a yarn order today. Donna, I ordered from Ice. So I've got some more sock yarn. I've got some more Favorite Magic, and I've got some of the new ombre cake yarn. And oh my gosh, that ombre stuff. Love it. So nice. I got it in grey, black, and red, and it kind of fades into the other, and it's really nice. So I can't wait till that comes. All right, Linny, have a good night, darling. What's that, Jen? If you visit me, you'll bring a spoonful of coffee. Nuh-uh, I have coffee all the time. I don't think I'd try peanut butter cookies though. I don't really like, I only like peanut butter on toast. I don't like it with anything else, especially with anything sweet. Gives me a new headache. Gives me a headache. Jan, your yarn, are you gonna open it up on a video? Is that why you've not opened it yet? I'm going to do a podcast when my will comes. No, I don't like peanut butter with anything but toast. You know me, I stay in my comfort zone. I don't like popping out of it. Oh, oh. Well, I'm glad you found me instead, Jan. You can still do a video. I don't think I'm going to stay on here for long anyway because I'm getting tired now. You know me. I can kind of get enough of social media. Azala, you already pulled me out of that comfort zone since joined a dating site last night. I think that's enough, honey, don't you? And so everyone who was here before, Azala, who's writing, that's the one that pulls me out of my comfort zone at times. Starvation diet. Don't believe in diets. Cannot diet to save my life. I've never tried and I don't think I ever will. I teach you how to live. I know how to live. I just have a quiet life. And then you entered it and now it's like, I don't know, I've got rock music in my life or something. There's something extra there. Oh. That meal replacement stuff is quite expensive though, isn't it? So I used to look at the Weight Watchers stuff. I don't know why I used to look at it because I've never been interested in it, but the prices, they were shocking. Or as soon as you mentioned you were making kebabs today, I was like, ooh. Like when you made the samosas. Oh, you are a good cook, honey, aren't you? Glad you live less than a minute away. She is, Jan. She's a very bad influence. You are allowed one compliment a day. That is it. That's your quota. Any more than one compliment, and come on, what am I married to you? I think though you complimented me today when we were out shopping. You agreed that the tea I told you about was nice, and now you've agreed that the onion bagels are nice. I think I'm going to give it another 10 minutes until 11 o'clock and then I'm going to go because I want to put my pajamas off, take my headscarf off, and just chill out. Sorry, Zala, but I would not marry you ever, 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 ever. You're too action packed for me. You're too on the go. I'm kind of chilled. I love you to pieces, but I'm more, I don't know, I'm more 20 mile an hour. You're Subaru speed. I, then I probably would for your cooking. Yeah, Jamal is. Yeah, Jamal still does want to marry you. He wants to marry me too now. He was saying to me this morning, goes, because I was mentioning that I was on this dating site, and he goes, okay, so you want to get married then? So I said maybe. Just meet someone first. He's like, okay. But can you not just marry me? I'm like, no, darling, you're my son, I can't marry you. Oh, wasn't he just moody today? He was moody with me at home as well. I put him to bed for 6:30. He was so bad, but then he just fell asleep straight away. But yeah, his behaviour was quite bad today for him. It's like he was on his period. He was like a teenage girl or something. He's going to Tesco. I was like, oh yeah, we're going to Tesco. The other kids were getting excited. He's like, we're not, we're going to Asda. It's not Tesco. It's outside Tesco. It's not Tesco. It's Asda. And another kid going, it's Asda. That was hilarious. Never gonna forget Asda. Oh, Tommy rumbling again. Rascals downstairs. That's what the school thought, Jan. You know, with him being clumsy today as well. They thought that maybe something was wrong with him. So we'll find out tomorrow. Or Rosella will find out tomorrow because she's having my kids while I'm at the knit group. So yeah. If he is sickening for something, I'll probably walk into it tomorrow. But it was just being like a moody teenager. Just not really dead naughty, but just pain in the bum. Like, what's wrong with you? Yeah, Russell's downstairs. I don't let him come upstairs. Yeah, you do that. I said to him as well in school, I'm like, why was you pinching the other kids? Because the teacher said that he was pinching. And she said, it's surprising because he's not like that. He's her favourite. She got a real soft spot for him. She goes, I don't get it. The police are out again. So when I asked him about it, he said, well, there was annoying me. There was being so loud. And I'm like, but that's no reason. You need to learn how to deal with your emotions in another way. You can't just pinch people when you're annoyed or stressed out. So I'm hoping that he learns that soon because I don't want that kind of behaviour from him. I don't like it. I don't bring my kids up to be like that. But I had word with him just before I went into Tesco, as I took the kids, and I had a word with him outside. Just a nice, quiet word, not telling him off or anything, just ask him why he's being like that. Can I please have my son back? Because this is not my Jamal that's like that, and I want my Jamal back. And he goes, yeah, and he was all right for a little bit, but then when we was in Tesco, he started getting wound up again. And he just gets wound up a bit too easy. What have you done, Zoe? What have you been bringing back from America, eh? Jan told me you didn't go yarn shopping. I think you're crazy. Cannot go to America and not go yarn shopping. I think he's too much like me because I get them days. Sometimes it's like I must have about 7 periods in a month because I just get the grump on me. Okay, you be evasive. Oh yeah, I heard that you met Cynthia. Is she as mental as the videos? She does seem really cool. I think a lot of people are going to be yarn police out there secretly wondering why Zoe didn't buy anything. Well, you are a little bit crazy. Crazy good with techie stuff though. I need you to help me, I think, Zoe, with encoding business. Because I do not get this YouTube thing at all. I suppose I don't really need it because I can still do my YouTube videos through this different way. But I'd still like to learn how. Yes, the sound of my house can be quiet sometimes. I will see you in the morning, sweeter. Have a good night. And thanks for hanging out. Oh, it must have been really nice meeting her though. Oh, here's one of them now. Hi, Usman. Oh. Let me on video. Auntie Azala was just there too. One bite and then back to bed, okay? Right, let me go. Let me kiss. Mwah. No, baby. That was short and sweet. Yeah, there he is. He's actually the best behaved one today. Cannot believe it. The other one's usually like goody two shoes. Yeah, he'll be like, the other one will be like, oh, mum, can I do the washing up for you today? Because sometimes I let him do the breakfast stuff. If it's just his bowl and a spoon, I'll let him do it. And I'll always come back and finish it when I dropped him off at school. But it's nice that he wants to do stuff like that. Us, man, never. Yeah, it was just the one little bite of a cookie. I don't share my nighttime treats. And I think I'm going to go now because I want my bed and I'm going to go and tuck him in properly. So thank you very much for joining me. I should do a podcast before my next live video. And see you later. Bye.